I seen the roach. All right, I'm done. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco
Trey Lance.
49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Ain't no running back with no 84 speed about to give us problems. I tell you that much. He ain't faster than nobody on the defense.
The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? What did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises.
Die where you lay.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2020.
I'll kill you, Trey Lance. I'll kill you with a smile.
Balance? I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
Yes, sir.
Balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Get him trending. Tell me don't play that crap, boy. Y'all
taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Told you ain't no fool with no 84 for speed doing nothing out here. That back hurts, old man. Yeah. How that back feel.
Quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Should have retired. You should have retired. You should have retired, Trey. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Lance now to throw. He completes it to Jones. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Lance on 3rd down. And he can't get
boy, get murdered. You're not doing this.
Azeez Ojulari. He has now done it. That is career sack number 201. He has the all-time NFL record, surpassing the previous mark set by Hall of Famer Bruce Smith. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
It's been punting, but all right.
Ooh, the juke.
Hit him with the spin, though.
On the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019.
Daniel threw dimes, baby. Daniel threw dimes. He ain't lost no throw power. He lost. Well, he lost one. I gave him. He ain't lost no throw power. He ain't lost no speed. The man is still.
He can make every throw in the book.
I had to get rid of my backup, man.
As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's
That's the young boy. That's the young boy.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This is a great call. Go.
Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive lineman.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
All time fault.
At the 22, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
What the? How did you do
that
what you just did?
Quickly intercepted.
All right,
sometimes, despite how big
I
your
am
arm
shocked
talent
and
is,
appalled.
you don't get enough on a move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
We just want to play a little defense. We just want to play a little defense, man. That's all. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And Jones has it over the middle.
Oh, you almost died, boy.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lance, a give now to Sermon.
So that has
He
that.
got half of what he needed there, 2
Oh,
yards.
Sermon.
And
It's
it'll
not
bring
going to
up a
happen
3rd
like
and 2
that
more.
today.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run
I'll
for
tell you, don't be
first
running with no
for
Trey Sermon.
He will not get there as
Trey
they
Sermon.
stop him short right
Trey
around the
Sermon.
34-yard line.
The
Now, after
motherfucking
that last running play, we've
disrespect.
got an offensive lineman down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. From the 31, Jones. Oh, a
They don't know about the boy Clementine. Clement? Oh, my bad. Clement Cement.
That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Richardson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I'll take that couple. Don't be trying to put me on blast, dog.
We're scoreless after one.
About to catch the smacking and
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a give right side. It's Richardson.
he running, baby. He running.
That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Off the play fake. Jones steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the
Damn. I was just trying to tote the line, man. I was just trying to tote the line.
So let's sort this out. So retract the yardage.
Hell no,
Retract the touchdown.
going for it. And play that crap.
Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Jones throwing on 4th down.
Damn, I can't believe he dropped it on me.
And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are
Well,
gonna
I'm
get
not
the
ashamed
football
to
back.
say the
They'll have a
offense
tough time living that one
ain't the
down.
key.
It's
Our
one thing
point
to
is,
drop
yeah.
a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
Yeah, I'm
And so
dropping
many
on
teams
4th
work
down.
on that in
Trash.
terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen
Boy, who you thought you was? Somebody fast? Sit down.
lock in here. 4th down play. Make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off.
Look, you don't murder you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Lance going to throw.
Murdered your daddy. Yep.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact.
Sellers, why is you hurt?
It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
He in the streets, man.
To throw it.
Why I do that?
Winslow on the left side.
Why I play myself, people? Why did I play myself?
Takes it inside the
Foot
40.
fraction.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety
I'm
valve or a
sick
check
of this
down throw
already.
on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball.
Is that
He did
Kadarius?
exactly that.
That better not be
Found a way to
you
pick up the
trading,
first down.
motherfucker.
And flags
And it's
come in as
coming
he gets
back.
forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Except
That time
You
the
did it.
right guard
You know
sending
you
him
did.
backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter what, though.
And the giant rush gets home as down he
long
goes.
because
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure
Don't
coming,
hesitate.
and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on
Rookie of the
2nd
year
down.
right there.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow.
Nice try,
And
but
break
die.
one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on.
Oh, my God.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 20.
Streets hurt now. What are we doing?
Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. To try again after the sack. Lance, that'll be complete to
Don't get disrespectful.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jones has it. Touchdown 49ers. From 13 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
I think it is.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Yeah,
and the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back.
What I'm supposed to do with that, coach?
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
He didn't make a play on the ball, so the activated man can make a play on the ball.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
One more time.
Across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jones is just
terrible mistakes today.
Picked off at the 17. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
He's making terrible. Anyway, through 3 picks today.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Lance's throw here into the hands of Jones.
Oh, y'all trying to get real disrespectful out
gives him some room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. As the first half is winding down, and the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Up like a little bitch. Told him about being a bitch.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds, anything. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, on the field as a defender, ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
No ball.
There's Jones. A final shot before. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll now to Orlando, that's where we find. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the
legs, you bitch. You thought he was old, baby.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here. Going the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Keep at it again, my hero, the savior. Yo, Keith. Yo,
45 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after here coming up.
What?
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game,
don't be getting disrespectful with the shoulder,
change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. There at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Stop thinking he was going somewhere.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st down, Richardson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Yeah. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Lance. And his pass incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Now it's Sermon.
Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Sermon.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
I'm good.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Oh, what a terrible game to come back to.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Kicked off. Oh, you asshole.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Yep, Coach.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year.
Bunch of young
and,
boys,
all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long,
Danny Dam. That's your name today. Like, we should have might have got it rid of you, but you good, man. I believe in you, Daddy. That's all you fault. Well, they actually didn't give you something you needed, but I guess. Two new injuries. Weeks. Alright. Oh, Danny down bad. He is not feeling good about himself right now. Yeah. What? Alright. From my tools, I need. Who bringing it up? Get him, Trent. Pandas out. Whip you. take my L like a man. But I'll be black.